This is the good stuff.
Okay.
It's the good stuff is right before you go.
Yeah, dude, I learned the lesson not to cut on you because, like, when I think you're done, like, you're just getting started.
Well, sometimes you go for a while and then you're like, you're not rolling? Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
God, that's gold. Anyway, and
Okay.
4, 3.
Garry Adelman, the American Battlefield Trust for Emerging Civil War. And I'm here with the Civil War star of, Daddy Daycare?
Yeah.
The Civil War star of the
That's
movie
right.
Sahara.
Yeah.
Was it actually Daddy Daycare?
What?
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's right. Yeah, we went to the reenactment.
This is starting out really well. And other famous things. Steven Zahn, man, how you doing?
I'm great.
Good. So we're here at a place you love. Where are we and what do you love about
We're in
it?
Perryville, Kentucky, at the battlefield here. It truly is one of my. It's my favorite place in the world. Wow. I love going to the bottom house and staying there, and
Private property.
sleeping on the porch. Friend owns it. It's a magical place. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's you can be on that porch at the bottom house, and 4 cars will go by in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And it's a haunting place. I mean, was a ferocious battle just in the middle of nowhere for 5 hours, like really horrendous, violent, and now that's all gone.
The nature almost, and I bet you the clouds probably look good on this. I mean, it almost seems to conspire with a visit to this place. It's always like, it shouldn't be a hidden gem. Unfortunately, it is. I wish more people came, but it's peaceful. You can imagine it. Battlefields are often beautiful, but you can see the same, ravines and the same ridges that they saw.
Like if you're into that, I mean, if you want, General Bragg fudge and a T-shirt, this isn't the place to go.
No.
This is a place to go if you really want to walk a battlefield that looked exactly like it did in 1862.
Yeah.
And the preservation here, they've removed barns and telephone poles, and it's an incredible place, and it's changed drastically over the past 20 years.
Right, and if I can put on my Chris Mikowski hat, although he wears like baseball caps and stuff, I think it's Notre Dame and St. Bonaventure, but if I were to put that hat on, what would you say to especially the younger people who are, coming up and getting involved in the Civil War, emerging Civil War folk, like, should they do this as a hobby? Why should they? Why is it important in your experience?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard one. I was that 10-year-old kid at Gettysburg who just, I didn't need much to be entertained. I didn't need much to go. Maybe 4 of my friends would find this boring, but I'm immersed in history every day. There's not a road I don't go down where I think, I wonder if mastodons walked here. I wonder if, I'm always curious about that. So when I have a kind of a home place, that's like that I've kind of been able to incorporate myself into, and it's kind of my home. I don't know if that makes sense.
Dude,
like
it totally
my
does,
home
man.
history place.
Yeah.
It's kind of my own. I own it as much as anybody else. I don't know. I could give a tour here, and that thrills me.
And I would say on any other channel, people might be like, "What?" But like people like watching. Like there's the Ted Bend guy, and then there's like the Battle of Funkstown person. Like people like us. We don't know. I still don't know why I'm obsessed with this. I've never been able to answer it, and yet and there's no place I'd rather be than the Valley of Death at Gettysburg.
Exactly. With someone like you, like when I run into people like you, I get so excited. My wife's like, "Oh, here we go.
One of them. Yeah.
Here we go. You're gonna be friends forever."
Yeah.
And it's true because you have this like common kind of fascination with trees.
2 things. Oh, Steve Zahn just called me his friend. 2, what is this going back to? Bragg shirts? Like, is that a thing?
I don't know.
Like,
you can
is
get a
it
Bragg
anywhere?
shirt, I think.
You can?
Like,
You ever
he's
seen
my
one?
favorite. I heart General Bragg.
Oh my God, I bet you they're big
I'm
sellers.
just saying there's a lot of battlefields that, have much, there's not a little train ride, miniature.
Indeed. Dude, anything to add for the Civil War people, the emerging Civil War people?
No.
Nerds.
Nerds, Civil War nerds.
Garry Adelman signing off for the emerging Civil War.